exercises between. I am going to use these first 10-ish, 15 minutes to talk about today's manifestation techniques and tools. And I'm going to power through that so that you get the most out of your time with Jacki. Her time is of the essence. We're super lucky to have her today. So I'm excited. So what is today? It's a chance to cultivate your personal frequency and get aligned with your true desires. It's a moment for you to check in with manifestation mechanics, to get the best practices to apply to your life and to refocus on what you're committed to for yourself. This is also something you should do for yourself on the reg to create a lifestyle that's constantly attracting opportunities and circumstances aligned with a life you love. If you've been following me for a while online, read my book, I started cultivating an audience that asked, how are you doing all of these sort of things? We see you vision boarding, we see you constantly doing this manifestation work. Do you share that anywhere? So we started these we're going on 2 years now, and they're just free check-ins once every season so that I can share what's worked for me. We also today have a live clearing session, like I mentioned, to clear your unconscious patterns and programming that block you from what you want. So we have our special guest, Jacki, here, an intuitive coach and energy healer who I have worked with personally for years now. So maybe she'll share a little more on that. Let's dive into it. So manifestation, whether you're new to this, whether you've had a little go around, I like to call manifestation reverse engineering your results. So instead of waiting till you see the things that you want in your life to feel grounded, present, happy, at ease, grateful, manifestation flips that on its head and says that feeling grounded, grateful, and at ease first actually allows those circumstances, the things that you want to see that are a vibrational match for that, to drop into your opportunity bucket. It's the access to getting those, which is counterintuitive for the world who thinks if I don't see it, I can't feel alive and enlightened. Feeling alive and enlightened first is actually access to those results that you want to see for yourself tangibly. So who you're being is what you're seeing, and you're communicating requests to the universe at all times. So I want that to sink in. Whether you practice intentional creation of your own reality or not, you're creating it. So universe is like that drive-through window, and it's constantly taking your order. So if you're a recovering complainer like me, and this wasn't on time, there's never enough hours in the day, whatever that is for you, the universe says, okay, give her not enough time, not enough hours in the day. And you're constantly putting out that order and going to collect whatever that is from your reality universe drive-through window. So manifestation is just creation. You're creating your life and the things you see at all times. And today's focus, I work with 4 keys in the manifestation cycle. When you first create your vision, you must be inspired doing it. In spirit, create it from a place that is an ignition. When you begin to release all of the blocks around you, you begin to assume a frequency of gratitude. You want to embody that. So it's not enough to say, I'm grateful. You want to embody it. That's the spring session. Today is the summer session, and it's about emotion. What does that mean? Habits and routines in your life. If you're practicing affirmations, if you're journaling, if you're doing a gratitude list, energy work, and you're going through the motions, but you're not feeling the emotion, you're not able to stir any of that energy up. You're not able to put that intention into the universe to gain momentum. So emotion in motion. And emotions are just physical and mental states brought on by neuropsychological changes, right? Pretty much associated with your thoughts, your feelings, and your responses. So neuropsychological, we're talking about the brain a lot today. I've learned a lot about that over the physics conferences I've gone to this year. And also because if you've been following me, you know your girl got a head injury last year. All of the cognitive work I've done, all of the science, all of the results point more to manifestation than ever. So it's super exciting for me to share this with you. So the key to long-term results, Learn yourself like the ultimate class you've ever taken to be who you want to be now. This isn't about learning what's out there, figuring out how to fix the world or send it to therapy or do your work on the rest of the earth. It's about the adventure to discovering what you're made of. Often we learn to postpone our needs for another day, and access to filling your desires lies in prioritizing yourself and your practices. So I always say, like, wellness is not a smoothie, it's well being. And I always say, we're not human doings. It's not about productivity and your checklist. We're human beings. So are you attending to who you're going to be today and what your vibration is? That lives in your being, because you're a human one. That's your species. So summer. So today we're starting summer. This is a summer session, and it's about that heat. It's that sun. It's the hottest and the brightest. The shortest amount of darkness comes in the summer. And when it's not dark, what is it? It's light. It's seen. So it's ready to come out of hiding. It's ready to be shown to you. Nothing can be transformed unless you can see it. So in a bit, we'll be working with Jacki to see with our little light bubble, what are those things blocking you, those patterns that you might not be seeing that are ready to come out, because it's summer and the earth itself is tilting toward that sun. So we're going to warm it up, we're going to put y'all in the microwave, and we're going to get things a little bit loosened up, because when it's freezing, what do you do? You clam up. It's rigid, you can't move. If you add a little heat to something, all of a sudden it's able to melt away. So that is the goal. This is what some of us might be looking forward to. Summer solstice was yesterday. So first day of summer, this might be a more accurate representation. Summer for the girlies, the hydration, the reading of those personal growth books, setting your goals, your intentions, tending to your wellness, your joy, your fun, really focusing in on yourself this summer and applying that heat. Not just saying, wow, I'm discovering all this about myself, but then working to transform it into a reality. So when you go to the gym, you see the results in your body. When you work out the mind, you see the results in your reality. So for everyone here, this is a little bit of what my mental gym looks like, if you will. Today's topic is habits and routines. And I'm committed to being a resource because I've guinea pigged myself, more or less, doing these practices for the last 9 years. And my results have been astounding. So as you can see here, I've got a money blanket. You can see in the corner, I'm whipping in those hundo dollar bills. I gratitude journal. I meditate on airplanes while my husband makes fun of me. Jacki, I watch her clearings over and over in the top right corner on an airplane. That's some of my team. I lead them in meditations. I really apply this to my life so that I can constantly be getting what there is to get. And I'm a match for people ready to get it. So if you're here today, it's because you know that there's more and you know that you deserve that experience of your true desires. Something's there for you where you're drawn to discover more of yourself, a higher light, an energy. And I have news for you. I don't know if you've ever read the passage, God is within you. When you're asking the universe for all of these things, what you come to find out is you're not waiting on a request. This isn't a desperation game. You're thinking that it is already done, and you're actually making the request of your internal soul. There's no difference between your beautiful vibration that you're in at this moment and what you feel and see and sense as a greater power. It's the same. It's the oneness. So yeah, so just so you get an idea. Understanding your personal frequency. So emotions, you'll have one, and then you'll go down the thought spiral. Thoughts, you'll have a hard thought, and then you'll go into the emotional spiral. That'll inform your beliefs. If you think and feel the same thing on repeat, you start to form beliefs. Oh, I really can't do it. Look at all the evidence that I'm held back. I'm not ready. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough. I've been through all of those. I've got 20 more. That starts to inform your habits. Well, I'm not going to go for this opportunity. I am going to expect to get turned down. I am going to expect that things are not unfolding for me. And habits create our lives, and the frequency that we live in, because habits is what we practice daily. So just moving a little button. Habits are crucial because of repetition. And this is what we're talking about. So are there any builders, any contractors on the call? I have news for you. All of you have taken up this profession, even though you're not wearing the cute little yellow vests with the bright orange or the helmets. We're all creating these roads, these neuro pathways in the brain, and deepening them with every negative thought, every repeated belief about yourself through your lifetime, and then going and collecting evidence as to why it's true. But the great news is that you can create new neuro pathways in the brain, ones that support you, that cheer you on, that affirm you can have anything that you desire. The key, though, is repetition. And that's why the habits and routines are so important. So, how? Put your attention on your intention more often. Practice feeling good on purpose. And some of this might feel like pretend at first. How can I feel grateful when things are breaking down around me? Well, if you want to have a little bit of fun with a technique of embodiment, you'll just embody and get into the character of I'm going to the gala, I have the spa treatments, my kids love me, my bae loves me. Even if your bae does not exist yet, pull in that which you want to see. This also involves being really real with yourself. So calling yourself out. Get to know your triggers and blocks, because without transforming those, you're going to hit a ceiling, this upper limit. But by being daring and getting real with yourself and taking the responsibility of, I see myself blocking here. I see I block myself here. I see I have this recurring dialogue. When you become aware, that instantly disarms all the patterns running. And when you become aware of it, like the summer light we're talking about, it can dissolve, it can transform, and you can be free of that. Time to be free of it. Like, you don't deserve it. No human beings do. Not everyone on this planet is meant to find this work or do this self-discovery journey. But in this lifetime, all of you are, because that's who I'm an attraction point for. So good news, you're here. Don't be afraid of light. Don't be afraid of light. This is not too good to be true. I've had the opportunity to work with so many laws of physics these conferences this year, and my own head injury that has really just shown me this data. And I heard someone say, spirituality is just science that hasn't been explained yet. At any given time, if we think we know everything, history will prove us wrong. When Joseph Marconi said that he swore that there were invisible waves going through the air carrying sounds, the world put him in a loony bin. They put him in the psych ward for years, and he came out and invented the radio. It was actual radio frequency waves that he was absorbing, but at the time they're like, this guy's crazy. So don't be afraid of what you don't understand. Be open to receiving and feeling a greater power source and light to break up any blockages that you might be experiencing, because you deserve it. So why habits and routines matter? So lifestyle conditions, who you surround yourself with, what you tell yourself, what you believe, what you're doing every day, what you consume on your social platforms, that lifestyle conditioning informs your physiology, how you feel. Is it anxiety? Is it depression? Your physiology informs your biology. Your biology informs your genetics, and we are made up of genes. So you can literally change the human you are to be a better match for what you desire in that manifestation philosophy by changing up that lifestyle conditioning. So habits and routines. Because those are what are informing the cycle. So everyone, as we're inching towards some of this clearing, I want to explain that why habits and routines matter. This was me 6 days ago, bawling my eyes out because stuff was happening in the world. I happened to be Latin. It was a really heavy time for me. I was in like concussion rehab therapy. Things in the outer were not feeling very good. They were informing my inner. I was full of anxiety. If this had been me 9 years ago, I would have been like, wow, this means that I'm held back, that I'm this week is a wash. I'm going to stew in this sadness and I'm going to gain momentum because it takes 19 seconds for that thought and that belief to form a request to the universe. So the old me would have gained total momentum in photo one, and I would have been sobbing on the floor by this time that following week. But because of the habits and routines and the practices that I have taken on for myself, I know that there's something that has my back at all times. If I create my reality and I'm seeing all this happening around me, there's something in me that is a vibrational match for this trigger. If you're hysterical, it might mean that it's historical. If you're hysterical about something, whatever that trigger is for you, an argument or a certain pattern that irks you, a pet peeve, chances are it's historical. You've experienced it before and it's triggering an old wound that formed a belief far before what you're seeing now. So as you can see here, what are my resources? Well, I got back and watched some more Jacki. This was a universal law school. I just needed a tune up on the laws of the universe. And I was like, oh yeah, the world's crumbling in front of my eyes, but what am I going to do? Send the world to therapy and do this work? No, I'm going to release the victimhood, become the victor, and I'm going to do this work on myself because then my literal lens will broaden to include more things that are aligned with that love I want to be experiencing. And then in photo two, I have all of that color coding is a reassumption of my identity. So I can remind myself who I am every morning. If I'm feeling lost, I can take those out. I have a book of healing. And I also have completed an intuition course from January to a couple weeks ago. It was with Jacki. I love her so much. Like, I would never have a guest on my call who I did not work with myself. And the goal for all of these free sessions is to make this work accessible. If someone's curious and they're not ready to take that next step, boo, I got you. I always say this, but I must repeat, I am not in the jungle serving you, ayahuasca in a burlap sack and telling you to, I don't know, only wear sustainable clothing the rest of your life. I'm a normal, high performing, functioning human in the world who has seen real spiritual tactics, manifestation, laws of physics, and neural pathway recreating help me. So I hope it helps you too. And as you can see, this was yesterday, just tuning up that manifesting, embarrassing myself at a beautiful rooftop coffee shop. And I really don't care at this point if a meditation is going to do that for me. I now fear nothing. I know I have to go into my silent space. So this is so good. Why isn't everyone doing it? It's freaking hard. We're humans, right? We have the machinery we live in. The soul is perfect. It is at peace. It knows that there is eternal oneness, but we got put in these beautiful little meat suits in monkey minds with mind traps. And it takes willpower and discipline. But you're a winner, so you can do this, okay? Don't doubt yourself. Your subconscious runs the show, so you can't tend to it with your conscious mind. This is why I'm so passionate about things like this. The information I'm giving you can start transformation within you that you don't have to feel so shaky about. So utilize other people who can highlight that deeper energy work like we're going to do today. To turn the volume down on the beliefs that don't serve you, you have to put in a new addiction. And that's why not everybody is doing this. It is hard. We are sometimes addicted to that comfort zone, to playing small, and to curling within ourselves. And it is hard to give that up. And we want to blame a lot of things in our lives for what we're not seeing because it's easier. So that's why not everybody's doing this, because it takes a certain degree of responsibility. Working on your being and working on your doing, very different energies. So as humans, we're inclined to be productive. We know how to work. Working on your being is that scary place of discovery, silence, shadow work, seeing what you don't want to see, but it illuminates the possibility to drop everything and step into what you desire and the fulfilled life that we all want for you. So how do you make sure that you're up to bat for yourself more often? You practice that peace, that nothingness and presence, or an empowering emotional state more often. And as blocks come up to that, you transform them and you be brave enough to release them, which we're doing today. So with that, oh, pardon, I'm just going to reshare this. We're going to dive in to our mini meditation. So I actually like this. I'm going to keep this here because I can see everyone. It's about habits and routines, and you're going to put it into practice right now. So I asked Jacki to go ahead and connect us to the light, and then I'll pose a question. And I want you to give yourself permission to be so open to say, this is the moment. I'm going to get this for myself, and I'm not going to shy away from this. Oh, pardon. So Jacki, if you want to unmute, say hello.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, I think I lost, there we go. Our little mini Medi life. Yeah, thanks, Jacki. And feel free to share anything that you want. I could tell all my
Okay.
deepest secrets, and I'm excited. I need a little juju and light, so I'm excited for this.
Okay, so I think what we'll do here is we'll just connect everybody to the light. A lot of times, when you're working with blocks or energies or unprocessed emotions or thoughts you don't even know you're operating with, they all hold a certain vibration, a certain frequency in your either your body or in your field. And when we bring a lot of light in, we start to kind of dissolve or weaken the binding, the strength of those blocks. And so when we bring a lot of light in, um, that's going to make your blocks kind of come to the surface for me so that I can see them when we do our energy clearing. So I'll connect you to the light, and then Erica's going to ask you guys a question. The question will prompt your blocks to come up, and then we'll clear them. All
Awesome.
right. So if you're able to, go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to start breathing into your heart chakra. Just start breathing right into that heart chakra. Kind of noticing that the heart chakra is made up of skin, bones, organs, tissues. Notice how there's a lot of protection in there as well, some stories. And in between all of that energy is space. So just kind of start breathing into all the energy and space of your heart chakra. The space is where the universe flows through, God, source energy, ultimate consciousness. The space is where that light comes through. So just kind of breathe into the space, noticing all the energy as well. And you're going to go ahead and just bring your awareness from your heart chakra up into your throat. Bring your awareness up into the energy and space up in that third eye, that forehead, that crown chakra, and then go ahead and take your awareness up 300 feet above your head. Bring your energy, your awareness up 300 feet above your head, where you're going to see, sense, or feel a bright white light, that pure consciousness. God energy, source energy, the universe, whatever you call this ultimate consciousness. Notice how it vibrates at the highest pace. It has no polarity. There is no yes, no. There is no masculine, feminine. There is no good, bad. Notice pure consciousness is pure and free of stories. And feel that light, that pure God energy, pure source of energy coming down from above, and feel it coming into your crown chakra, and allow this light to penetrate that crown chakra, and let that light start to come into your brain, just allowing your brain to kind of merge with the mind of this universe, with the mind of God. Let this light, remember, it's so high in frequency, it can penetrate any dense energy. It can penetrate any stuckness. So feel that light. Notice if there's any stuckness in your crown chakra or down in your brain or in your head, and then moving down into your throat. If there's any stuckness, just allow this light to penetrate that. And just allow that light to swirl around that throat, kind of moving it into the shoulders. And just let that light start to release some of the weight on your shoulders. Let it penetrate that weight on your shoulders, remembering that pure consciousness can move right through any heaviness. So, any of the weight on your shoulders, any of the stories you're carrying on your shoulders, any of the responsibilities, just kind of allow that light to pierce, penetrate that dense energy you're carrying so that it can start to move and release out. And just allow that light to now move down into the heart chakra, And feel it going down the arms and into the hands. Just kind of letting that source of energy, that pure consciousness, come really into that heart chakra. Good. Noticing, that heart chakra's got years of protection, years of stories. Feel how this light doesn't care about stories. This light is bigger than the stories. This light is more expanded, more aware than all your human stories. So feel how they all get penetrated by this light. We're just bringing that pure consciousness into your body and now moving that light down into the solar plexus, the power center where the ribs attach. And just kind of feel into anywhere you've been sucker punched or anywhere you gave away your power. Again, that was a human thing. Your brain had to survive. And so it put energy in there, it put blocks in there, it put stories in there. It says, remember this so it doesn't happen again. Just go ahead and let the light hit that. Front and back of the solar plexus, just kind of feel that light hitting and penetrating any heaviness in there. Again, remember we're kind of bringing the sun into the darkness, right? Bringing the light into the lower frequency energies that might be inside your body. Again, all that lower frequency energy, the stuff that might be stored in your field of energy, it's just energy. It's just stories or unprocessed emotion that vibrates slowly because of whatever the vibration of that energy is. And so as we bring light to it, we bring it to the surface so we can clear it. Go ahead and bring that light now down into the belly, down into the sacral chakra, just below the belly button. And feel that light swirling around the belly button. Just kind of notice anywhere I've got stuckness in that sacral chakra, front and back. Just allow this light to swirl around and just kind of let it get absorbed by that sacral chakra, that lower belly. Let that light move into the hips and the base of the spine. There's a big nervous system gateway right down there by the tailbone. Let this light kind of hit that nervous system gateway, right? So a lot of the things you're attracting in your life, everything you're attracting in your life is a vibrational match for what you think, what you feel, what you've learned is true, what you've sold yourself on, what you've justified, what you've concluded. And just let the light kind of hit all those conclusions. They're just a vibration. You can change them. You are malleable. All the DNA in there, all of the ways that you've sold yourself on how the world is working, all of that can be shifted. So feel the light now moving down into that root chakra, base of the spine, the hips. Feel how that light fills in the hips. If you've been having any hip pain or hip stiffness, that shows us that you might have some blocks to moving forward. So just let that light really soak into those hips so you can move forward. And then just let that light go down your legs and now into your knees. Just anywhere you haven't been feeling supported, let those knees fill up with light. If you've been having any knee pain or knee stiffness, knee injury, notice that's because I haven't been supported or I haven't been supportive. Just let that whole space fill up with that light. And just let that light now move down into the shins and calves. And then down into the ankles and down into the feet. And now go ahead and take this light down into the ground and take it all the way down to the center of the planet. And at the center of the planet, you're going to feel a warm, gooey pink mother's love energy. It's a pure pink light from Mother Earth. Go ahead and allow yourself to just feel her grounded nature and allow yourself to just ground into the planet there with Mother Earth. And in this moment, you're going to feel a mother's love from planet Earth that is bigger and more strong than any mother's love you know from being here in a human body on this planet at this time. Go ahead and just allow yourself to soak in this love, this pure support, unconditional support. Take a deep breath here, and on your exhale, just surrender into that support. We're just kind of anchoring your energy here in the planet. Remembering that you are called here with a specific set of talents and gifts and desires. That's why you are a vibrational match to being on the planet at this particular time in history, in this body. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring this light from the center of the planet. Go ahead and, like an elevator, feel it moving up, and then feel it coming up into your feet, up into your ankles. Move it up your legs into your knees. Let this mother's love, this pink light, move up the legs all the way up into the root chakra, and just let that root chakra light up. Feel that root chakra opening up. And then move that pink light up into the second chakra, that sacral chakra, just below the belly button, and just light that chakra up. Feel it kind of opening from front to back. Just let that light now move up into your solar plexus, lighting that solar plexus up. And then just feel that light now moving up into your heart. Noticing you're now connected from above and below. You're connected with spirit above and the planet below. It all meets right here in the center chakra, right in your heart. Your heart chakra is right where heaven and earth meet. So take a deep breath into that heart chakra. And on your exhale, you're going to expand your awareness out 360 degrees from your heart chakra, out past all of your emotions, out past all of your beliefs, your models for how the world is working, your beliefs about what the earth is, what your country is, what your city is, who your family is. Feel yourself getting bigger than all of these earthly things. And just go ahead and expand out past the room you're in and out past the building you're in, noticing there's actually no difference between the energy that makes up you, your thoughts, your emotions, and the energy that makes up everything in this room. The only difference is the vibration, what it's all vibrating at. But notice you're in connection with it all. You're all from the same source of energy. You're all created from the same source of energy. And on your next exhale, you're going to expand out past the town you're in, sending love and blessings to everyone in the town. And then expanding out past the state or region you're in. Moving out past your country, again, sending love and blessings to everyone in the country. Connecting your energy with all of the opportunities, all the things you want to manifest and create in your life. Notice you're connecting your energy with the resources and some of the sources of those manifestations. When you bring your energy and your awareness into oneness with all the things that will be the source of your manifestation, they start to magnetize into your reality very, very quickly. So on your next exhale, go ahead and expand out past the country and then eventually out past the oceans, and then the planet, moving out into the Earth's atmosphere, and then eventually out into the cosmos, and remembering that you came from these cosmos. Starting to feel how now, as your energy is connected with the cosmos, your energy is more expanded than every story you've ever taken on. Your energy is more expanded and more aware than any ways that you've been being and ways that you've concluded the world is working. So now you have the ability to see anything you want to see. And so Erica's going to prompt you with a question. And since you are now bigger than all of your junk, you can see your junk. So her question is going to prompt some of your junk.
So from this space of connection and from a space of knowing all information, when I say allow the universe to bring you all that you desire, the universe is on your side, working for you. What doubts, fears, what type of things come to mind that block that loving support? What comes to mind that says maybe not? What does that inner naysayer sound like? Not for me. For everyone else, but not mine. Or maybe things have happened to you in your life, or there's a repetitive belief or thought. Just allow that to come up now from this beautiful connected space where anything and everything is possible. What pattern inside would come up to have you not cash in on this vibration? And type that in the chat when you're ready. And be vulnerable. So I'm going to start this. So I'll share what would come up for me is I wouldn't be strong enough. The universe would send me support. Maybe I'd get the opportunities in, but I'm not a strong enough person to take them to the finish line. I would clam up or weaken. And that's an example of something like a pattern that I would want to clear through. So when you're ready, just gently open your eyes and go ahead and put that in the chat. Jacki will be picking up on some of the patterns that come up. And feel free, Jacki, to put any other prompts into the space, and we're going to start clearing those.
Awesome. All right. So as I'm going to go through some of the energy that I see, both stuff that I see in the chat, and then I'm just going to kind of read the energy as well. But what I want you to do is kind of breathe into your body. And the thing that you're bringing up, the thing that you are feeling is like, this is here and this is what I'm working with. This is an energy I'm trapped in. Um, this is something I want to clear through. I want you to feel into your body, and I want your body to show you, where does it start to feel heavy right now? Where does this start to feel heavy right now? Where am I holding this limit or this pattern in my physical body? And I want spirit to kind of just show you, where does it light up, or where do you maybe feel just guided to in this moment in your body, in and around. And I want you to kind of bring a ball of light there. Just starting to notice. All right, this is where this pattern's at. Bring a ball of light there, and I want you to use your intention to let that light start to soak into all that energy. And when I go through the group and as I clear and release stuff, remember that when I clear something for one person, if you are holding the same frequency in your field, it's going to clear for you. So my particular frequency I use to clear each block is is going to clear that frequency anywhere it exists on this group. So all right, so what I want to do is I want to call up everywhere in the body where I don't deserve opportunity. Start feeling it everywhere I don't deserve opportunities. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that. And what I want to do is I want to feel into, so that I won't say, I guess you guys have your names up. Everywhere I don't deserve opportunities, I want to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it. And something I'm picking up on this person who wrote that is like, when I started school, I realized, okay, I'm going to be less than, or I'm not going to be where they're at. I don't deserve it, but they do. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, and then I want spirit to show each of you, how old was I when this block came up? This thing you each wrote into me, I want you to ask yourself, how old was I? Let spirit show you an age. And if you don't psychically see an age, let spirit just show you kind of the download of energy and show you kind of where you were, what the circumstances were. And I just want to call up more of that energy. Good. And then if there's any emotion, make sure you just go ahead and feel through that emotion. That if you feel through the emotion, that helps loosen the energy up for me. It helps amplify it. As we bring light into that and we feel it, it starts to release. So feel into everywhere the body has learned to fear more disappointment. So every time I try to move forward, every time I try to expand, everywhere I have the thought that I could be bigger, better, more, that I could move forward, feel into everywhere it's just more disappointment. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And we release it across all time because the block has existed across all, it's not just here now, right? You had the block before. We're clearing it across all time. You might have had the block in another location, so we release it across all space. Okay, so feel into everywhere I have a fear of failure. And we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that. Let your body show you everywhere I'm vibrating with a fear of failure. We're going to release that. And I can feel that in your ears. So everywhere I fear failure. And what that tells me, so this person who wrote in fear of failure, what that tells me is that the reason you're afraid of failure is because of the things that people say to you when you fail. Like they say mean things, or like, if I fail, I'm going to be criticized. So feel that energy releasing off of your off of your ears. We just release everywhere you've kind of covered up your ears. Because what happens when some people give us negative feedback, a lot of the times we'll energetically say, oh gosh, I don't want to hear that. We put on like these energetic ear covers, energetic ear muffs. And so what'll happen is that as the universe tries to guide you, or the angels whisper in your ear where to go, what to do, what moves to make, you can't hear them because you've got your energetic earmuffs on. So we want to release everywhere that fear of failure says, I just don't want to hear it from everybody. Good, just releasing all that energy out. Okay, good. So she says, I don't want to be selfish. Um, Okay, so what I'm picking up is anytime I have needs, it's selfish. We're just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that. So I get that energy right in your forehead. So everywhere my needs are selfish, we release that, uncreate it, transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. I'm kind of moving the screens around to see when someone writes something. So Adriana, I want to go ahead and feel that release right from your third eye. Just delete, uncreate, and transmute where my needs are selfish. And what I also get is my wants are selfish. So I'm okay to get my needs, but I'm not allowed wants. I'm not allowed extra. So what I'm going to ask is for spirit to amplify. There's a little part of you that like she would dream of the luxuries, the big stuff, the totally unnecessary things that are going to bring me so much joy. Everywhere you cover those desires, I'm going to release that cover off your third eye. Everywhere you hide those kinds of desires from yourself, there we go, releasing that. And a lot of people are releasing that. It feels like a lot of you guys have this energy of like, I can totally be seen in my needs, but all the luxuries, I got to hide that part of me. We're just releasing all that energy out. Okay, good. Releasing all that energy out. Good. Okay, so clear all negativity from others' thoughts and words. So I want each of you breathe into your body, and I want spirit to kind of start showing you where in my body am I holding all the protection from other people's feedback and their negativity. And I want spirit to just light up in your body everywhere I protect myself from that negativity. We're releasing, uncreating, transmuting that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And then what I also pick up on that on there is for the person who wrote that in, clear all negativity from others' thoughts and words. What it feels like is someone else's negativity actually stabbed me. I'm getting between 5 and 10 years old. Not like, oh, some at some point between 5 and 10. It's like at all points between 5 and 10. Feeling it everywhere. Someone else's words really hurt me and stabbed me and poked me and punctured me. We're gonna release, uncreate, and transmute all that energetic residue from all of that negativity, right? So it's really easy to say, like, when we're out vibrating, all that stuff, it's easy for other people's stuff to just run right through us. But feel into everywhere my body has magnetized, like their stuff just hurts me so much, and that their stuff sticks with me so much. We're just releasing everywhere I learned to absorb that. We're deleting that. And what it feels like is we pick that up in order to unconsciously try to heal other people, right? So at certain ages in our childhood, we saw that someone was so negative and we were like, no, I'll take this. You be good. I'll hold the negativity. So everywhere kind of that negativity sticks with you. We just release that, uncreate it, transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Okay. Okay, so she's saying fear of failure and success. I want to call up everywhere I'm afraid of success. And what this feels like is fear of being seen as successful. We're going to release that. Everywhere I'm afraid of being seen as successful, we're going to release that. What I'm picking up on in the group is this energy of if I'm seen as successful, everyone's going to take it from me. So everywhere there's a fear of someone taking that success, we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that. Whew. Erika, this is a great group. Everybody's clearing so well, just releasing all that energy.
I can feel that success one. Oh, my throat just went.
Yeah, you
Yep.
guys are releasing very well.
Amazing, amazing job. Thank you, Jackie.
Yeah. Good. So I'm just gonna keep going. Just feel into, okay, everywhere there's any dogma, everywhere. And so what that is, feel into everywhere I bought into dogma, everywhere my energy attached for my own survival or for whatever reason. Feel everywhere there's the energy of dogma. Go ahead and feel that my attachments to that releasing, uncreating, transmuting. I pick that up in the bottoms of the feet. We release, uncreate all that energy out. And everywhere I hold any fear around that, we're just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, not working hard enough. Okay. What that feels like, I'm going to go on the left side of the abdomen. I want spirit to just light up everywhere I'm in the vibration of not working hard enough. And what I'm picking up on is resentments from being made to do things you didn't want to do. So feel into everywhere like I'm not working hard enough, but energetically, vibrationally, subconsciously, that's because so often I've been asked to do so many things I didn't want to do. And so feel into everywhere that holds me back from working hard now. We're releasing that, uncreating it, and transmuting it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Right? When our energy is super aligned with something, we go full force, right? Like nobody tells a kid like you're not playing on that slide hard enough. You're not swinging hard enough, right? When we want to be doing something, we go hard. And then as we get older, like some kids have really cool interests and they work hard at those, but feel into everywhere your body is storing like someone else trying to make you work hard, just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that. And so everywhere you hide your own desire, you hide your own passion from yourself, because perhaps you'll get in trouble if you do the thing you actually want to do. We're going to release that. Good. Uncreate it and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. And I want you guys to just breathe into that abdomen. And on your exhale, just use your intention to release, uncreate, and transmute all the energy you store there, everywhere you've kind of protected yourself from the opinions of others and the judgments of others. Feel that all releasing out. So much of what is stopping me is that opinion of others. Just release all that energy out. Good. Okay, so to stay small, stay unseen, to maintain my peace. Okay, so feel into, I want spirit to show each of you where being seen destroys my peace. Being seen disturbs my peace. Good. Just let spirit show you where that feels heavy in your body or around your body. And I'm going to go in the back of your neck and we're going to release, uncreate from your brainstem. Everywhere the brainstem is storing the desire to be unseen. We release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Perfect. Lots of energy moving. Okay. So this person's saying the voice of past hurt. So what the block is your voice saying, I'm going to be hurt again. So I want spirit to show you everywhere I'm going to be hurt again. We're going to start releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that. And I'm going to ask any emotion from a past hurt. I'm going to ask spirit to show each of you psychically or visually or through a feeling in your body. I want spirit to show you what is the past hurt I'm still holding on to that continues to tell me I can't do it or I can't go there, and allow any emotion in the body to come up. And if it can be felt, dive right in. That will break up more energy from me. Feel into everywhere. So what if this person who wrote this in, everywhere your belief was I have to hold on to this so that I don't get into that hurt again. We're going to release and go ahead and allow that hurt space to release. Good. We're going to delete, uncreate, and transmute that space. Deleting, uncreating, and transmuting all that hurt. And then everywhere the brain has continued to feed that story of hurt, we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that. And then when I ask spirit, I'm going to ask spirit to show me what is that past hurt telling me is true. And it just says, I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm wrong. I'm bad. I'm wrong. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute everywhere I'm bad and I'm wrong. Good. And everywhere that past hurt brings in self-doubt, we release that. Good. Deleting all that energy out. Good. Each of you just kind of keep breathing into that body. I want to call up any and all limitations, any and all self-doubt. So find that voice. Any past hurt that has led you to believe, I can't do it, I'm not that person. Go ahead and release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. And so this person who wrote self-doubt, Anna, I want spirit to show you, what does the self-doubt tell me is true? Like, what is the belief I'm holding that gives me self-doubt? And then you can write that into me. Okay. Okay, so now I want to call up the ghosts. So she's saying the voices of my ancestors keeping me small. What it feels like in you as well is I want you to breathe in and feel all the DNA in your body. I want you to feel, so what science or what doctors call junk DNA, right? There's a bunch of DNA in the body that doesn't actually give information according to a lot of science. Feel into how that junk DNA actually holds a lot of these stories saying, stay small or we die, stay small or we get caught. So we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute some of that energy of the ancestors that's actually in your physical body. Release, uncreate, and transmute that. And it feels head to toe. So I'm just releasing that. Go ahead and use your intention to release that junk DNA. Delete it, uncreate it, transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And also you've got energy over your ears. So I'm going to release all that energy over your ears. Everywhere so what I'm getting is like everywhere kind of my family or my ancestors or whoever was trying to keep us safe and small, everywhere they taught me how to not hear divine guidance, right? I had to cover my ears. So when divine guidance says, hey, go play big, go be seen, go do the big stuff, everywhere I had to cover my ears and not follow any of the guidance I was getting. We're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good, good, good. Just let all that release off. Okay.
And then, Jackie, whenever you're ready, whatever you're feeling most collectively for the group, I'm so happy we got through these individuals. I have gotten the most benefit from group clearings because they're things that are living in my own frequency and vibration that I can clear. So go ahead and dive in to that one as we kind of tie this back all together for this beautiful session.
Cool. And how much time do I have?
About 2 minutes.
Oh, got it. Okay. Sorry. I thought I had another half hour. My bad. All right.
Oh,
So
girl. I mean, there's some who would actually be willing, amen.
yeah.
And for
Okay.
a lot of these clearings, if we dip into the 5 minutes, hope everyone gets that benefit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. So perfect. So I want to feel into a big thing that's kind of coming up here is I want you guys to all feel into those ears and the head and some of those upper chakras, right? Your ability to see where you're going, see divine guidance, hear divine guidance, know where to go, what to do, what moves to make. Feel into all that energy that's around that third eye chakra, those psychic ears, and feel into everywhere I've been blocking out getting that guidance. Everywhere that's what's holding me back is I just don't know what to do. We're releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Just releasing all that energy out. And I want you to feel into everywhere. Maybe sometimes I do get the guidance, but I don't follow it. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute whatever mechanisms are inside of you that say, don't follow your heart. So everywhere I kind of learned at an early age, like what I want to do is not what I'm allowed to do. What I want to do is not what I can do. Go ahead and let all that release. That kind of feels like that's the overarching energy of this group. So just releasing all that energy out, deleting it, uncreating it, and transmuting it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And just kind of feel into all of the beliefs I took on that have kept me from being able to follow my guidance, follow my desires, just releasing, uncreating, and transmute all that energy out. Good. And what I want each of you to do, notice where there used to be energy blockage, right? There used to be energy blockage that we just cleared in the last period of time. Feel into your body and feel how now there's space there. And you're just going to breathe into all that open space. Kind of feel where there used to be blockage, now there is space. Where there used to be low frequency blockage, now there is space. God energy, source energy, pure consciousness, the vibration of all these things I want to manifest, that can all come into me now. I can collect on that. I can draw things in with my desires rather than my blocks. I am now manifesting with pure energy, with pure desire, instead of unconsciously manifesting from old patterns. So just breathe into all that space. Start to now feel into those desires. When Erika was talking about like all the things you want to manifest and the things you want to create for summer, what I want you to do now is I want you to start feeling how you're going to feel when you have it. And let your body generate that emotion. Let it laugh, let it scream, let it be kind of liberated. Allow yourself, if you're the vibration of, God, the universe, source energy has no idea the difference between what is happening and what you think is happening. So just allow yourself to let your brain inform your body, to inform your energy, like this is happening. I have this. This is here now. Good. Just feel into that. Good. Good. And actually take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, just go ahead and expand this version of you out past the room. Let all the people in your town feel the version of you who exists without all that old energy, who exists without any of that old patterning. There's a different version of you, and people like this version of you. People are really invited in. They're drawn in. People are attracted to this version of you. Right? They were unconsciously a little bit repelled from some of the energy, right? Some of the old stuff. And just kind of feel into now, I've got more God energy in me. I've got more universe in me. I've got more source energy, which makes me more connected with all of the things and people that come from this same source of energy. I'm in more of an awareness of oneness with all of it. And in that oneness, I can pull in anything else that is from that same source, which is anyone, everything. So go ahead and take one more deep breath in and release. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Erika, for letting me know the timing. I would have literally gone on forever. So
There's literally, from what I'm reading in the chat, it would be welcome. And couldn't you just do this all day long? Because there's something about taking time for yourself, not to read hypothetically, but to actually navigate those inner workings, to loosen up this energy that's so beautiful. I could do this all day long. So I'm really, really glad and grateful that everyone had an amazing time. I was reading some of the chat, and as I'm sharing screen, I can only see like one box. So I kept kind of panning back and forth to that. So go ahead and type in the chat your biggest takeaway, anything that you're present to right now. I'm reading, oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, so when I was starting my journey of manifestation, energy work, I didn't know where to turn, where to go, which is why I'm so committed to these. We have them in the winter, spring, summer. The fall one is coming up. Is coming up soon this November. So Kelsey, can you go ahead and put the next fall session in the chat? Because we've talked a lot about manifesting, this point forward, I'm looking to have these beautiful healers and leaders that I trust, like Jacki, on so that we can practice together like we did today. If you're bawling your eyes out, Erika, I love that we have the same name. I am so glad. I am a puddle mess after most of these clearings, everyone. And Jacki, I don't know what your feedback is, but I also started energy clearing this year with Jacki. So I finished my intuition course and I've been able to self clear now after a few years of this work. And it's access that tastes like freedom. So I can't wait to maybe even work with some of you in an in-person capacity. We have a few more of these, and you might want to take a photo of this coming slide, but on that routine front, setting aside time every day to practice that self-growth, that manifesting, this replay will be sent to you in a follow-up email. I replay clearings like you saw in my photos, specifically with Jacki, all of the time. Once you have one layer out, you can go and excavate the next one because it's ready to be cleared. This will be sent to you, this will be emailed, but here are just a few tools and methods that I've personally used that have done wonders. You can see Hiwatt Living, which is Jacki's company, is on here.